Okay. So, an emotional day. A day where you get up and you say, is this what I stayed for? Is this it? Is this the whole thing? Is this what it comes down to? You get to 61 and you think, okay, so I made it to my 60s. Is this what it's supposed to be like when you get here? Did I accomplish everything that I was supposed to accomplish when I got here? Do I have everything that they say you should have when you reach your 60s? Do you have enough money to make it through to your 80? Do you have is everything that you have around you and surrounded your life with, is that what you're supposed to accumulate? Is all this stuff make me more happy or more sad or more successful than my neighbor? Is it all worth anything in the end? What I leave behind, is it worth anything to the people who are still here that will miss you? Is this everything that life is supposed to be? Did I waste my years? Should I have gone back to, or should I finish school when I went to college? Should I have never done that or met that person or took that job or quit that job? And does it make any sense anyway? Is the man that I sleep next to the man I'm supposed to sleep next to? Are the animals I rescued the animals that deserved to be rescued? And in that sense, I have to say yes, because any animal that you've rescued is in a better place if you're a better person. But then when you take account account of everything you have surrounding you, the expensive purses, expensive shoes, the expensive jewelry, which I have none, the home, you know, the 2 acres of weeds. Did that make a difference from the house that we had in town that was almost paid for to the house we have now that will be paid for by the time my husband retires? But really, the isolation of where we live because we don't live around people and it's quiet, does that make a difference? In his life it does, but in my life, does it? You know, and then when you suffer from depression, you feel overwhelmed by just about everything and anything. I kind of move through the house like a ghost, as I have everything I ever wanted. I have clothes that will make me look fancy schmancy in a town that's not fancy schmancy anyway. I have a body that doesn't work from taking jobs that I shouldn't have taken because I wanted to be a successful single mom and not count on somebody. The damage that I did, the fact that I can no longer drive, I can hardly walk. The pain I have is 24/7, no matter how many medications they give me, it doesn't really matter. The ability that my body has to break down foods that no longer I can put in my body. I think a lot of us are to that point where all the preservatives that's in everything make us feel so much worse, and our bodies don't work anymore. They can't break things down. Of course, I've lost parts of my intestinal tract too, so that doesn't work like it's supposed to. And then you get to this point in your life and you think, is this where I was supposed to be? It's just where everyone in their 60 feels they're supposed to be. And then I have that beautiful little grandson who's just a doll who runs into my arms and screams, "Grandma, Grandma, I missed you. And I love you. And can you play with me?" I miss him. And yes, he makes my 60s better. He made my 50s better, the end of my 50s better. Came along when I was 55. But then there's, like I said, those people who I miss. My sister's birthday was yesterday, and she would have been 60. And I would have been able to share this kind of thing with her, but her son still hasn't had a child, and I know that he speaks to my mother still, and that's something that he does want, but maybe, they've changed. Him and his wife changed their opinion. I don't know. He doesn't speak to me. But my sister went through times where she didn't speak to me. It's because she had her, thing. We were best friends until we were in competition. Being close in age like that, and like I told you, where we grew up. My sister was 5'11". She modeled. She did runway work in San Francisco. She was in our local paper. She could have probably made it. But she was hurting just like me and my little brother. And when the first man came around that told her that she was beautiful and that he loved her, she believed it and she left. They spent 32 years together. He took care of her through her first bout of cancer and her struggle to survive, and she made it, and then she got it again, and he took care of her again until the end, and she died in his arms. 32 years of marriage, and he held his wife in his arms when she died. She was in a coma, and so she wasn't even alert, but I have to think that probably gave her comfort in her end. That in his arms is where she wanted to go. Because he saved her from our lives and her life. In a home where my mother's third husband was drilling holes into the bathroom doors to watch us bathe. And when I told her, she said, "Oh, so what? He's a peeping Tom." A peeping Tom? My God, this man has known us since we were in elementary school, and you call him a peeping Tom? Was it a peeping Tom? He was a sick, sick man. A very sick man. Not a peeping Tom. I got on my knees and begged her to stay when she was 18 and I was 19. I never shared a room with... I never had my own room. I shared it with her the whole entire time. And she had to pry me off of her and said, "I have to leave and you should leave too. Why would you stay here? Get out of this place." So I did. I got my own place, my own apartment. And then my mom asked me to move back in with her when she bought a condo so that she'd have somebody to help her pay the mortgage. And I did. Because I did everything my mom asked. What a life, I mean, is this like everybody's life? Does everybody go through these things? Is that normal? I don't know. Anyways, I was having a bad day. So maybe I just wanted to talk at you. And take note. I have a cat who's having a problem pooping. Pumpkin puree I've been giving her, and she's still having a problem. And I don't know what to do with her. She was a feral baby when we got her for 4 weeks. So I don't know. She's gonna be 16. Try to help her. Every day it's something else. So is this what 61 is? I don't know. And sometimes I don't know anything anymore. Anyway, Wednesday, 21st. Peace out to you all. And I hope you guys are having a better day than I am.